There is a lot of dark art that one can practice, not necessarily life negative.
The word Tantra means a technique or a technology.
There is no guru without a tantra. If he has no technology, he is not a guru. He can only be a gentle saint who will bless everybody, bless everybody, bless everybody.
The tremendous gift that Agastya Muni offered, that he established a tantric process 100% rooted in the body.
Most of the existence is dark art. Light is only a small happening in this existence, isn't it? Isn't most of the existence dark? Yes. Light is a very small happening, a very limited happening. If light has to come, something has to burn. To have these lights going, something in this planet is burning right now. You must understand this. Ecologically aware people. To have all these dots of light, something is burning somewhere. We say the bulb is burning, that is also burning, but something else is burning to keep this burning, isn't it? This is the way of the light. Whether it's the light bulb or the sun, something is burning. Whatever is burning is bound to get over someday. Yes? If light has to come, something has to burn. So, there is a lot of dark art that one can practice, not necessarily life negative. Dark arts are not necessarily life negative. When we say occult, because you've heard of some lousy occultist who is trying to destroy somebody's lives, cause disease, cause death, because of that you think that occult is always a negative thing because socially you are exposed to only that kind of people. But occult is also of the highest order. Shiva is an occultist. Every guru is an occultist, okay? Right now I initiate you to Shambhavi, it's an occult. Otherwise how would it work? Occult means a certain capability. It's a certain technology. Occult need not necessarily mean negative. Now, the English word occult doesn't clearly specify what is it that they're calling as occult.
We need to, unfortunately, today, redefine the word because it's been distorted by people. First, let's understand this. The word Tantra means a technique or a technology. But because the Tantra that you're hearing of is a rebound from the American coast, you think Tantra means unbridled promiscuity. No, Tantra means extreme discipline. It's not unbridled promiscuity, it's extreme discipline. Learning to use your body and your mind like you would use some other outside instrument. It takes enormous discipline, not promiscuity, not looseness. Tantra is not things, the books they have written largely by Western authors, all kinds of things. No, tantric texts are of extreme discipline, not of any kind of looseness. Because they're talking about the body. And right now the modern societies, if you say body, they're fixated about reproductive organs in the body and nothing else about the body. So if you say body, they're only thinking of a few body parts. They forgot the brain. Because they're only thinking a few body parts, they're thinking about sexuality and nothing beyond that. Sexuality means it is just that your intelligence has been hijacked by your hormones. You've been chemically poisoned from internal. This is nature's trick of somehow seeing that you reproduce. Don't think nature is interested when whether you love somebody or you don't love somebody. Nature is interested that you reproduce. Because otherwise the species will end. Tantra means it is about learning to use the body like a phenomenal mechanism. And it is. If you do not know how to use it, what will you do here? If you do not know how to use your physical self and the energy behind it, what will you do? You will have no impact on anything. So this is Tantra.
There is no guru without a tantra. If he has no technology, he is not a guru. He can only be a gentle saint who will bless everybody, bless everybody, bless everybody. If you're talking about spiritual growth, reaching to your ultimate nature, what is a guru without a capability? You can't call him a guru. So capability means a certain ability to do things which people cannot do for themselves. So if there is no Tantra, there is no guru, really.
Is there Tantra in Asia? Very much. All across the board, various kinds. But the significance of yoga is that it is not ritualistic. There are two dimensions of Tantra. One is you use outside material and stuff to do things, which is ritualistic in nature. The yogic Tantra is such that you use only your physical body and the energy system. You don't need any other material. This is a tremendous gift that Agastya Muni offered, that he established a tantric process 100% rooted in the body, nothing outside. Not one grain of rice or sand is being used to perform all the different dimensions of Tantra. Everything internalized within the system. This is his gift to us. In terms of human mechanism, this is one of the greatest things that's been ever offered to us from any source. This is his offering.
Now, we all have seen the image of Shiva being Ardhanarishwar. Generally, Shiva is being referred to as the ultimate man. He is the symbolism of ultimate masculinity. But you will see that in Ardhanarishwar form of Shiva, half of him is a fully developed woman. And not only this, we all have heard many stories from Sadhguru about Shiva being Ardhanarishwar, which narrates as, after marrying Shiva, Parvati asked him that the state that he is within himself, she also wants to experience it. When she asked him that what to do, as she is willing to do any kind of austerity, Shiva simply smiled and replied that there is no need for you to go to any great austerity. You just come and sit on my lap. Parvati came and with absolutely no resistance towards him, she sat on the lap of Shiva. And since she was so willing, since she had placed herself totally in Shiva's hand, he just pulled her in and she became half of him. We need to understand what is happening here is, if Shiva has to accommodate Parvati in his own body, he has to shed a part of himself. So, he shed half of himself and included her. This is the story of Ardhanarishwar. Generally, people relate it with sexual activity, but actually it is not so. Essentially, it is not two people longing to meet. It is two dimensions of life longing to meet, outside as well as inside. This is basically trying to manifest that the masculine and the feminine are equally divided within yourself. And when he included her, he became ecstatic. What is being said is that if the inner masculine and the inner feminine meet, you are in a perpetual state of ecstasy. That is, if you achieve this inside, the outside will happen 100% by choice, not by any compulsiveness or any compulsive behavior. This is the reality which is being expressed in a beautiful dialectal form that Shiva included Parvati as a part of himself and became half woman and half man. Here, we should not mistake Shiva as being male or Parvati as being female. Shiva here is purusha or the masculine energy, and Parvati is feminine energy or prakriti. We have to understand this, that every human being is not just masculine or feminine. Actually, every one of us have both energies within us. The feminine and the masculine are certain qualities. Only when these qualities happen to be in balance within can a human being experience the life with fulfillment. That means that every one of us will become Ardhanarishwar in one way. The two energies, that is masculine and feminine, they both become balanced and one. Ardhanarishwar Shiva is a symbolism to show that if you evolve in your ultimate context, you will be a half man and a half woman. That means a full-fledged man and a full-fledged woman. Now, by this short story, we need to understand that when Shiva included Parvati as his own body, we need to understand that he shed a part of him. Then only Parvati could merge with Shiva, and also Parvati had no resistance towards Shiva. She was an absolute state of acceptance, and this same thing is also experienced by normal people when they lose themselves and they are totally willing to include the other body. This happens during sex. When we experience the other partner as we ourselves, we don't take him or her as another being. We just become one. But this feeling never lasts, and all the trouble that come with that are ongoing drama. That means to feel ecstasy, to feel and experience Ardhanarishwar, first we need to shed a part of us, and not just with one person or one situation, but in every situation and with every person. Now, shedding a part does not mean to have any physical intimacy with any other person. Shedding a part simply means that we are absolutely in a state of acceptance or no resistance towards the situation or towards the person that is present in front of us. When one does this, there could be nothing that is known to be pain, because pain comes when one resists something, when we resist some situation, some person or something. If we simply accept what's being offered, there is no pain. What is being given to us or what is being offered in terms of life or situation towards us, we cannot change. At least for that moment, we cannot change. So if we simply accept what is being offered, if it is a favorable situation or the favorable people, we'll accept it properly. But if the situation is unfavorable or the person is unfavorable, if we simply resist or reject that, then we are coming in a state of absolute disbalance in the masculine and the feminine energy, and we start receiving pain. But if we accept that situation, then we can change the unfavorable situation into the favorable one. This is what yoga is all about. Yoga is not only in the mat. On the mat is just the preparatory to prepare you for the actual life. Actual yoga is how you respond to everything, every people, every situation, and to yourself in the entire day. What we experience during sex, that is the feeling of oneness. Actually, the feeling of ecstasy is a way beyond that. And this is the concept what Ardhanarishwar teaches us. To come in a state of absolute surrender or absolute oneness or absolute acceptance and complete elimination of resistance. So now winding up, hope you found the video meaningful and hope you understood that when we see Shiva being Ardhanarishwar, it is not about sex or any physical self. It is all about coming in a state of complete surrender and acceptance. If we don't see how to make both masculine and feminine being equal roles to play in our life structure, we will live a very incomplete and lopsided lives. So for today, ending up, hope you loved the video and found it meaningful. And if yes, do not forget to give it a like, share and subscribe, and please share this video with all your friends and families. And now up to next, stay safe, healthy, happy, and namaskaram.